Hey there guys, Elton here. So I'm happy to show you my new project that I started, well, I guess it was just a couple of days ago. But actually I bought, like so many people build a lot of model cars, I actually bought this, I can't remember, I think it was last year or the year before, I can't remember. But anyway, I bought it at Udisco, and I've done a video of this place. It's the largest hobby shop and distributor in Canada. Excuse me. But actually, unfortunately, I've heard from a couple of people that it seems to be closed now. So that was unfortunately coming and a sign of the times as well. And I was lucky I got a good deal on this kit. I got it for $10, and I think they gave me a good deal on it because I made this nice video of this place, and it was very thorough, and showing the model kit section and the die cast, and then the second floor you get all the railroad model train stuff. But anyway, and yeah, you can see this is NPC, but this was likely for sure a reissue. A reissue meaning something that was re-released from whatever, probably let's say the 80s, I guess. And me, who likes to do things differently, whether it's my artwork like this painting, for example, or model cars and stuff that I've done, which you can see some of them over here. Anyway, I thought to myself, well, I'll make like a cool Mercury custom, but it's not going to be a police car like this, And so I'm going to show you in a moment what I've done. Anyway, you can see it's a pretty neat model. It's a snap kit. It's a super snap. But as far as my experience goes with building a couple of snap kits, they are a snap to build. They're easy. There's no engine. There's no opening doors or hood or trunk. But again, it usually requires, I think, glue in a couple of places, So you got all those decals that come with it. Let me open this here. Okay, show you what we got in here. So, got your chrome pieces here. Bumpers, grill. God, the quality of this camera is phenomenal. There's your nice Mooney wheels. Show you that there. Show you one of those. How they look together right here. And actually you could actually use these tires almost and make white walls, but there's no like line for that either, so. Look how nice the chrome is. You can see the phone in there. And the other tires, instructions. So this is basically like a very Americana type of custom job. Some people would do very rarely, but they make a custom like this. It's a custom car. It's typical. You have your spotlights, your lake pipes there right under the rocker panel, and again those Mooney wheels. But I'm not doing the cop car thing, And what's cool is because I'm not doing the cop car thing, there's the decals. I could actually keep this for another model, even though they're generic, And here's the frame, floor and frame, which I'm not even going to paint because it's already black. It looks great as it is, so I'm not going to bother. Again, this is really just a for fun kind of a thing. And I'm going to show you to the most exciting part of this coming right now. Put all this back. Okay. So, first of all, I'm happy to tell you, I'm thrilled. I did this paint job 2 days ago, and I started by the top. I had some old automotive paint left from Canadian Tire from like, oh my god, I don't know, 15 years ago almost. And so I covered all the bottom and I did the top half like that. And more on that in a moment. I did that one coat because I actually ran out of paint. And then the bottom half, I was even more, because the automotive paint, as you can see, is made from metal. So what's great is that it dries fast, but there's not really a shine. It's more like an eggshell. Versus the white is a general lacquer or enamel for, whatever, metal, plastic. But anyway, I painted it literally right here. I had my box set up here on my paper cutter, and I did this late in the day, so I had the low sun coming through the window here. It was fucking perfect. And that's why I'm thrilled. The paint on this is one of the nicest paint jobs I've ever done. I'm trying to show you guys how beautiful it is. Look at that. Look at that. And I haven't done a paint job this nice, I'm not kidding you, in like almost 25 years, I think, or over 25 years. Because every time I would do a paint job, well, for one thing, it would wind up like this because it's automotive paint. But the thing is that, see, the thing is when you're painting in here, you know, I had the windows open to get rid of the fumes, so the wind would come in here, right? Or a little bit of wind, or maybe it wasn't. See, the thing is with this thing is that there was no wind. It was like 24 or 25 degrees in here. And on top of that, it's perfect because I had the sun coming in here. So I literally had the sun right on the model. Oh, it was literally like baking the paint. So it's to me, for me anyway, not for you or if you're a professional modeler, but for me it's like almost perfect. So then I'm going to do all the chrome trim with bare metal foil. And also, since then I had like nothing left on that paint there, that blue paint. So I started painting the interior, and then I ran out. I was like, holy shit! So luckily for me, there's a toy store 3 blocks from my place, and they have a hobby section downstairs. So I bought like a little Tamiya, little paint there, and I painted all this by hand. I gave it 2 coats yesterday, and it's going to look really cool. Here's the seat, and it's going to look really cool. What a contrast with the blue and white. And some of you, by the way, you're probably scratching your heads, just thinking to yourself, well, Elton, you always said you hated white cars, black cars. Yes, but when you have a two-tone car from like the 40s, 50s or whatever, okay, I know there's a little overspray. That's why I wanted to do, like I said, something different, because whenever you think of these custom Mercuries, you know, what do you think of? They're always black, they're always like navy blue, purple. Look at the one in the movie American Graffiti. What is it? It's always like a 51 or 51, I think, and it's like a candy apple red. I said, I'm going to do something totally different. And before I end, I'm glad I remembered to mention this, because actually what's interesting is that one of the things that how I got the idea to do this blue over white was basically one of the videos I got commented on from somebody not long ago. It was a car I filmed at the show in Granby. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. It was a 61 or 62 Dodge. And it was like that. It was blue, well, more of a blue like this, and with the other half white, you know, the rest of the body. And I said, that looks really cool, considering I was really dogging this car. I mean, the guy put these fucking horrible, shitty wheels that totally didn't fit the car. There was all these gauges added and the floor shifter, and it almost ruined that car, seriously, because it was a very rare car. And when cars are very rare, they shouldn't be fucked with. That's the way I see it. A lot of purists will agree with me, you know. And I think it's like a lot of these cars. If you find one of these that's original, it should be left that way or close to, because these cars, especially up here, they're not really common, you know. So anyway, I'm really happy. I'm going to do some work on that today. Another thing I forgot to mention that's important to mention is that, you know, I'm glad I got this started, because that's the thing. If I'm home too long without a project to do or orders to take care of or whatever, and I've come to a point where I can't spend too much time on the computer anymore because I still have this this neck pain in the back, then it's better to have something like this, because then I don't mind staying home. I'll go out later. The days are long. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoy that, and hey, don't be afraid to start something yourself, you know. And there you go. Thanks for watching, and adios, muchachos. Bye-bye.